Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to this stream. Welcome to this late night stream. What time is it? It's 1:30 a.m. Feels later than that. Feels like it's about 3 a.m. I don't know why. Maybe it's just been a long day. There's about 45 players on the server. This is Wings of Liberty server, the best multiplayer server. That was me versus two, and I defeated one of them. And where's the second one? I got shots on one, and whoa! Look at that wing. Let's go home. They ambushed me, I defeated them. I knew there was one on my tail, but I just wanted to get a shot on that one in front, and I got one shot on him, and then I took off. I dived. And I dogfighted, and then one of them killed himself. I maneuver killed him, and I got the kill, and now I'm going back home. We don't need oil radiator right now. Plane up there with a contrail. He's bugging out, I'm going home. I had full fuel for that one as well. I'll show you. Full fuel. Landing light, as always. And this kind of skin right here on the Axe 7. Just check the chat. Hello, 2 people watching. Howdy. All right, let's go again. Is it? There's 5. Did it? Well, as I was landing, did it say there's 5 minutes left? Let's check the map situation. Someone's probably won. I think they won it. We've only got 1 position left. They've got like 4 positions, 5 positions. We have 2 positions left, and they have. So then we should still be in the running. What the heck? W. Mears Zinderpop. Hi. Well, that's quite a name. Four people watching. Alright, so I did reasonably good in that last sortie because I shot down a 109 when 2 109s attacked me at once and they were on my 6 and they had the energy advantage and blah blah blah. And then they attacked me a second time on my 6, but I still got the better of them. Shot down 1. And then I got attacked by a FW that couldn't shoot properly. And so his boom and zoom didn't work. And I got a hit on him, and then I managed to... He took off, he escaped. And then I just went back and landed. Because don't forget, when I got attacked by the FW, that wing already had a massive set of holes in it. 2 or 3 cannon holes in it. Tomcat, what up, Froggy? Happy New Year, bro. Thank you, Tomcat. Happy New Year to you too. Time for a sip of tea. I'll keep going and I'll play on the next map. So ready to fall asleep, I tell you what. Message retracted. What were you going to say, Tomcat? What did you retract? Alright, so we're on the Eindhoven map. I'll keep flying the yak. Same. Same. Ludvivia, hi, what's your player name? What's my player name? Why do you... Ludvivia, why do you want to know what's my player name? Tomcat, which is your favourite fighter to fly? I see you flying the yak most of the time. Well, because I've flown mostly Axis fighters. It's a good question, by the way. So occasionally then I fly Western Allied planes, but mostly I just fly Axis planes. So now I'm starting to fly mostly the Yaks and that kind of thing, mostly the Soviet planes. I already got an ace in a flight on the EU server in this plane here, the Yak 7. So I'm always on the lookout to get more ace flights. What's my favourite plane? I don't particularly have one. Yeah, I don't particularly have one. They're all, thoroughbreds, aren't they? They're all racehorses. Which racehorse is the best? They're different in different ways, aren't they? Just generally speaking, the Axis planes have got their cannons, whereas Russian Allied planes have some cannon. Yeah, the whole thing with the 50 cows is pretty strange. The 50 cows don't really do it for me in the game, so they need fixing. I think 50s are way more devastating in real life, generally speaking, to the entire airframe than they are in the game. In the game, if you hit the engine precisely, it's a kill. If you hit the pilot, it's a pilot kill, you'll kill the pilot. But if you hit some part of the airframe, nothing happens. Whereas in real life, I think it's devastating to the airframe to have 6 or 8 50 cows blasting away at an aluminium can, for an aluminium can full of fuel and explosives. fuel and bullets and stuff. My plane was having a tendency to overheat because the mixture was too lean. That's why. By the way, I hope you guys can hear me okay, and so on and so forth. I nearly got hit by enemy flak from the tanks just then. W. Mears Zin de Pop, have you customized your joystick in any way, or is Thrustmaster good enough without any improvements? Customized. I did a video that's a good video on setting up the throttle, which I highly recommend. Thrustmaster throttle. I can't remember what the throttle is called, but have a look at that video. That was a 190. Unless he turns around, I'm not going to catch him. Was there another? I think it was just one. I was hoping that he was going to turn around for another pass and then I'd have a chance to get him. But he's doing a hit and run. He's just doing a hit and run. So like this is the Thrustmaster T16000 joystick, and then I've got a throttle over on my left hand, and then is that a Dora? It's got a soot trail. It might be a yak or a Dora. It's probably a yak coming to investigate. Times like this, I think maybe I shouldn't take full fuel, but I'm still gonna. With a very small amount of fuel, I could have just kept up with that 109 in the climb. So he climbs and I climb after, and then it's who drops first. And I was carrying full fuel, and I've got slightly, Yak 7 slightly not as good at climbing as a 109. So I had to lower the nose first, and then he was able to keep climbing and climbing and then come down. There was a plane over here flying quite strangely. I don't know what it is. Could it be the attacker? Could it be a 109? 190? It looks like it could be a 190. And if so, can I catch it? That's a 190, right? So I identified him correctly. That was a kill. Where's my kill message? There, good. Ah, Flyfin, howdy. Alright, so don't have that much ammo left after that. I'm just going to the Antwerpen airfield at 1707, the captured airfield. Yeah, so Thrustmaster T16000 here, it's an okay stick, and then I've got a throttle to my left, and then I've got rudder pedals on the floor, and the throttle has a shitload of buttons on it, and so you got to figure out what you want to do with that. And my strategy was to get all of the buttons that I use on the keyboard, still keep them, but get them onto the throttle quadrant buttons, so that I don't have to switch my left hand onto the keyboard while I'm in a dogfight or something. For example, to press my button to zoom in, I can just press it on the throttle, like, oops, wrong button, like that, or like slow zoom in and slow zoom out, or fast zoom in and out on the throttle, stuff like that. So I did a video on that. It's a very good video. Very good instructional video on the Thrustmaster throttle, whatever the throttle's called. It's got some name like TWSS or something, I don't know. They should give it a more identifiable name like Stingray or Viper or, you know, something like that. And the rudder pedals are pretty good for this. So I mean, you can just get the joystick, but also if you get the other two things, then it can be really interesting. It's a lot more of a learning curve to learn when you got three peripherals instead of just the joystick. These rudder pedals, I think they're going to need some kind of, they're too stuck. They're kind of too stuck, so I can't do fine-tune adjustments with them because they're so stuck. I don't know why. I think is there dust on them, or it's just for some reason there's too much friction. That's a problem that I'm sure I can solve. Well, I haven't checked my 6 in a while. And I'm just about to check the chat in YouTube. Hopefully I don't get shot down. Tomcat, do you ever think about starting your own squadron? Yeah, I mean, it should be really simple, shouldn't it? I think it's quite complex, but yeah, I mean, part of me wants to, but part of me doesn't want to. So it would be quite interesting. I think if I started a squadron, the squadron would probably dominate the sky. There's a plane right there. Like Genghis Khan's army, it would just sweep everything before it. It would be quite intense. There's another plane there. I think there's a bomber and there's a fighter on its tail, maybe. That's a bigger plane, slower moving. And then we've got a fast mover over there that's probably just turned towards me now. It's turned towards me. Let's have a look at it then. What is it? Going head to head. I think it's an LA5, but maybe it's an FW. It's an LA5. But what was the bomber that it was tailing? This one. Hopefully I can catch it, but who knows what it is. It's heading back to Woneswrecked. It can't be much. It's one of ours. Cover needed at 10:11. That's in the north. That's in the far north. What's up there? Whoa, that's, it's miles away. I'm too lazy to go all the way up there. Maybe I'll have to, though. What's that? That's probably the LA5. Hey, there's some shooting and an explosion there. What the hell happened there? There's a plane. Let's go and say hi. 2 planes. What are they doing? They're at the enemy tanks. They're probably ours attacking the enemy tanks. Oh, there's 3 planes there. There's probably a dogfight. I'll join in and I'll just win everything. There's 3 planes up there. They're quite a lot higher than I am. Some kind of a chase. And there was something lower down. Right there. It's probably a bomber. What if it's not, though? Looks like a Spitfire to me from here. What are these others? There's 4 of them. 4 of them. There must be some kind of a fight, you would think. I think our guys just got him. There's a 190. And that was a Spitfire. I was correct. Alright. Unless something else shows up. I mean, you got to try and pick which is the place to be, where there's going to be the most action. That group of forces up at 10-11 or whatever it is, that is so isolated. I bet you they're really attacking that. But maybe not. I could get up there and it could be empty for 10 or 15 minutes with no attack. That's the risk that you take. It did get attacked. I could fly up there. 1011 again. I think that's where I'm going. As I go there, I'll swing by another position to protect as well. So I'll do like a, what do you call it, like a fighter sweep. Pretty intensive flying this low though. Others can see you quite easily unless you're really on the deck. And then if you're really on the deck and you're as sleepy as I am and you're struggling to concentrate sometimes, then you can crash into the tree. The trees are deadly killers. You know what? I'm so shadow banned on YouTube that I really should start live streaming on a different platform. It can't be as bad as YouTube. So, like, honestly, I should be getting like 20,000. I should be getting 20,000 viewers per stream. Instead, I'm getting like, you know, like 100 in total at the end of the stream or something like that, if you're lucky. More like much less than that. So I could stream on Twitch, I could stream on D Live, I could stream on Rumble now, maybe. Rumble, I don't know, a lot of these they'll just allow you to stream using that streaming software that's not really for gaming. I can't remember what it's called, QBE or something. You know the one? There might be a technology incompatibility with some of those sites if you want to do what I'm doing here. That's the problem. I should look into it though. I don't stream and I don't make as much content as I used to, so that's the other thing. If I want, I'm more personally confident to run a squadron now than ever. In the past I wasn't very personally confident to run a squadron. But the thing is, back then I was flying a lot. Nowadays I'm not flying very much at all. So, and I think if you're going to run a squadron, you kind of have to give some minimum commitment to it, or else, you know, so. The other thing is, one of the reasons why I'm shadow banned so much is that I speak so much truth. And if you want to hear me speak on all different manner of topics without censorship, just go to my BitChute channel and have a look there and have a listen. The irony is, I mean, this is a video game about a war. In this video game, we're in an illusion, a fantasy of being in a war, but if you turn off the computer and you step outside, there is a certain kind of a war going on in the world right now. It's not really what you would call a conventional war. It's a fifth generational war. It's a different method of warfare, by and large. I mean, there's the Ukraine-Russia thing. That's definitely a conventional war. But effectively, we're at war. We're in a fifth generational war in real life. Most people think that real life is so boring. Well, yeah, sure, but also it's getting pretty dramatic out there in certain parts of the world. So the war is coming, the real life war is coming closer and closer to everyone's doorstep. For some people, they've already become casualties. For some people, it's already too hot to handle. And it's looking like it's getting worse and worse and worse for 2024 this year, and for 25 particularly. Might not. Everything might be smooth sailing. I might be wrong. I hope I am. But the point I'm making is we're all engaged in this war on the internet with our video game that we all love so much. But really what it is it's an escape from the real war. This fake war is an escape from the real war, because the real war is no fun at all, is it? Whereas this is so much fun. Funny, isn't it? Do you know what I mean at all? Picture this. It's the Battle of Berlin. It's 1945. It's got to be April, I guess. The war is a few days from being over, in Europe at least. And Berlin's being shelled by hundreds of tons of Russian artillery shells. And it's being bombed overhead by RAF and USAAF planes. There's a plane up there. And all of the apartment buildings in Berlin are bombed out. And just say you could have a desktop computer and you could play multiplayer IL-2 Sturmvik back then. Someone like me, to escape from that horror, if I was stuck there, I'd be sitting at my computer in my bombed out apartment. I'd be sitting at my computer playing IL-2 Sturmvik in about April 1945, waiting for the war to end. You know what I mean? This is a phenomenal distraction from what's going on outside your door. I swear I saw a plane. It was over here. Maybe I just saw a dot on my screen. Oh well, in any case, that's an enemy position. Kind of want to steer clear of that. I mean, think about it. If you were, there's that plane that I was after. If you were a civilian trapped in Berlin in 1945 as the marauding Soviets were invading, so there's a 109 being chased by a yak, and they're both higher than I am. We're sort of having a deja vu of that horrible situation previously, where the 109 had height, but he's getting shot at and he might get killed by that yak, I think. Yeah, the yak's really smashed him, and he's finished. So the yak had enough proximity and enough energy. Yeah, this video game is a phenomenal distraction. It's a faithful illusion and a phenomenal distraction. Yak something, Yak 9 perhaps. That you can really, I mean, everyone's different, you know, not everybody has an imagination. Some people do, I do, but other people play this video game for different reasons as well. Some people are autistic and they like to play video games to get a stimulation, and some people like to obsess over statistics. They like to try and get perfect statistics, no, like 0 deaths. PewDiePie jokes about 0 deaths and all this. So people play this video game for different reasons, but I know personally it's very immersive, and it's like what used to be reading a good novel. You can escape into a book. This kind of a video game, you can escape into it, escape from the real world. There was a plane down here. What is it? And there's one there too. That's the yak. Where's the other plane though? Something there. Looks like he attacked, but this is a third plane. It's just a yak. So here we are, me and these other two planes, these two yaks. And, you know, let's bloody hope that the enemy shows up. Enemy destroyed the repair train. That's in the far south. Tomcat says, "Okay, if you do, I definitely will join." Thanks, man. That's nice of you to say that. Now we just need the enemy to show up. I should go and land on the airfield and wait for the enemy to show up. It's times like this that I'm glad that I took full fuel, because I could just be waiting around for a long time for the enemy to show up. I want to shoot some bombers. I want to shoot a HE-111. Hey, I'm over the enemy airfield here. I need to keep going. I didn't want to stop here. I don't know how I got so distracted. I'm supposed to be going to 10-11. For some reason, I thought that I was at 10-11. I've got to keep going. W. Mears Zinderpop. What a name. Escapism is the only reason people play games. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I always wanted to be an air combat pilot. So even in the yearbook when I left high school, they have everybody's picture, and it says underneath them some kind of a thing or something, and it says that I want to be an F-18 pilot. Alright, so we got these ground forces over here somewhere, just over that river. Whatever reason is given by a person, each of them to one degree or another will be an attempt to escape from reality. Yeah, I think it's, well, for me it's got to be, yeah, it's, look, you know, everyone loves entertainment, but, you know, we have a problem these days, generally speaking, that evil forces in the world have stated that they want to give people video games and drugs for the foreseeable future, to keep them pacified, to keep them preoccupied, instead of more healthy things like a wife, kids, a job, a house, a car, responsibility, community, nation, love, this kind of thing. You know, you don't have love, you don't have family, you don't have nation, you have, this is what they want at least, they're saying you don't have any of those things now. What you family's destroyed according to them. What you have instead is video games and drugs. This is what the World Economic Forum, for example, is offering as a solution. So that makes me think I don't want to play any more video games. If the World Economic Forum is saying, Frog, you need to play video games, then I'm thinking, you know what, it's probably time for me to retire from playing video games, because I'm always going to be a contrarian to anything that they suggest, because I know they're evil. Alright, so I made it to 10:11. You know that representative of the WEF called, I can't remember his name, it's like Noah Yuval Harari or something. Noah Yuval Harari. He was basically saying there's going to be a lot of people without anything to do, no purpose. If you read between the lines, that means no job. And so their plan is to give everybody basic income, drugs, like pharmaceutical drugs, like antidepressants and worse. And that's bad enough. Don't do those. And video games. And this is their plan. And antidepressants and other drugs, video games, and universal basic income, which is money for free, but of course nothing is free, is it? There's no free lunch in life. I don't know about you, I don't want that. I don't want any of that. I want a much more classic, traditional life than that. So you know what I mean? Someone said to me, do you want to start a squadron? And I'm like, yeah, I want to start a squadron. I want to start a squadron in real life. I want a real life everything. So it all comes down to it. Do you want to slip into the metaverse, or do you want to resist and repel and stay out of the metaverse? Me personally, I'm staunchly dedicated to staying out of the metaverse. But this is like, you know, games like this, as beautiful as they are, they're a vector to get dragged more and more into the meta world instead of being in the tangible world out the front door. As hard and as tough and as brutal and unforgiving as the real tangible world out the front door can be, I always much prefer it than the metaverse. I honestly think that life is the ultimate video game. Real life is the ultimate video game. But so few people play it, don't they? So yes, I want to start a squadron, for example, but I want to actually dedicate more and more time going forward to being outside, doing outside things, than to being sitting in front of the computer screen. So I kind of, hearing myself say that, I kind of sound like a traitor to my whole effort here, the whole channel and everything, the Froggy Frog 9000 channel. But, you know, I've been doing this since the end of 2016. I've had this channel for like, I don't know, 8 years or something. And I think at this juncture it's really valuable to reality test if you actually have the capability to break away from the online world and just go and do hard work in the real world with all of its complexities and its problems and everything like that. It's also where the profit is. Probably lucky for me that I'm shadow banned. Actually, if I wasn't shadow banned and if I was getting 20,000 viewers per stream, do you think that I would ever consider leaving the internet world? I don't think I would. I'd have too much motivation to stay in it. Well, heck, there's no planes here. This is really disappointing. How many planes are we? How many players we got? Heaps. 50 players on the map. I'm going to fly from here directly to Eindhoven, the enemy's base, and hopefully pick up a bomber on the way. And I'll go as far as a beam of the enemy airfield, and then I'll turn right and go to the enemy airfield. "50 years ago, similar things were said about D&D, what, Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. By the way, we've got a plane up here. It's over the enemy airfield though, so it's probably just those two yaks, those three yaks, still buzzing around. That looks like an A-20 that is dive bombing, not really dive bombing, you know what I mean, like it's bombing the, whatever that is, the airfield. A-20, I reckon. I'm pretty good at spotting planes from a distance, I tell you what. Assuming that it is an A-20. I'm sure it is though. I might shoot something on the ground here. Yeah, I got it. That status message took so long to show up. Better check my 6. I have to go. It was nice chatting. Have a good stream. Thank you, W. Mir Zinderpop. Thank you for attending the stream. Hopefully see you next time. Happy New Year. Yeah, lucky I took full fuel with me. Alright, I'm over the top of one of my positions. Where's all these 50 players? Alright, that enemy airfield up north has been destroyed. Well, I haven't crashed into a tree yet. That's something positive. I want to say that I'm upset that there's not enough combat, and let's hopefully fix that up. I'm so bored now to even check my 6, so this is very dangerous. Goodness me, I gotta clean my screen. Where's all these players? Oh, here we go. So they're at the armored column. The armored column. What's that? Probably in LA. Might not be though, but can I get it? Yeah, it's in LA. I'm good at spotting these planes. I think they're attacking. I think we've got fighters attacking the armored column. One low. Two of ours, yaks. Ah, so where's the enemy? There's like 50 players on here. Where are they? What's that? What's that? There's one. What is it? Ah, it's a LA. Damn it. What's that though? Yeah, it's a yak. Open your radiator, mun. So, and then these ones, I think that's what I saw before. So there's a swarm of our guys over here, and there's no enemies. What about Antwerp? Yeah, there's a plane over there. It's probably an enemy attacking Antwerp while those guys are just flying around doing nothing much. More of our guys heading there. Ah, look at this. We have probably an attacker here. There's one plane here. At Antwerp. It's just dropped a bloody bomb. There's like 7 guys back there, and they're just bloody... Yeah, it's just back there, and it's... Why are there 7 guys there? Ah, yeah, but one of ours is here, maybe, or is it a 109? It's probably in LA, going in to attack this bomber. It's ahead of me, so he might shoot him down before I get there, which is annoying. It's a 110. It's being chased by a Soviet fighter, I'd say. A yak. So... hopefully the yak misses and I have a chance to kill it. Oh fuck, the yak just ignited both of its wings or engines. Ah! I just want to get some combat. Where is the enemy? Well, we have 3 positions left and they have 2 positions left. I get it why everyone's hanging around that armoured column, because if they destroy it then we win the map. That's why. But if the enemy bombs our positions in the meantime, then we don't win the map. All I can say is I'm glad that I took full fuel, but like, given there's so many players on the map, it's like... there's like nearly 60 players on the map. I'm like, where the heck are they? I'll just head to A aircraft. If I can see A aircraft, an aircraft, I'll head to it. I don't know what's going on out here. There's two aircraft. They seem to be circling around. Is it a dogfight? Don't know what's going on there. Looks like a dogfight. It's so far away. They're not over a target or anything. Again, I hope I can get there in time to shoot something down. They're not fighting though. They're just circling. What are they doing? There's a third one joining. This is so strange. Well, the third one's shooting. Oh, there's a massive collision. Two of them have crashed out, and there's one that survives. And there's a third one that's come through. I'm going to go for this third one that's come through. Or fourth one, actually, because that's probably an Axis. It is. It's a 109. Pretty far away though, and I can't really catch it. Unless it's on a lower engine setting and it doesn't recognize that I'm here. That might be a case. Yep. I'm out of cannon. Another one will be joining soon too. There we go, he's crashed out. Well, I only have a machine gun left. I could have shot more in that ambush. I could have shot way more. But I chose not to. Well, now there's two of them. This is going to make things quite dicey, and I've just run out of ammo. Oh no, the engine's going. Ah, the engine's gone, damn it. It's kind of silly how lacking of combat there was in that whole thing. I just shot down 3 aircraft. Anti-asset, F me, it's almost 3. In what time zone though? Oh yeah, well in Australia, in eastern states it is. It's like 5 to 3 or something. Rouse, g'day Rouse. Hello there Frog. Hello. It just so happens I'm about to join. I'm formation flying. Volume 2. I think I'm going to finish up pretty soon, so maybe not this time, but thanks for the offer. So I think this map's finishing pretty soon, and then I'm off to bed, but maybe there's going to be some action. We have 3 left and they have 1 left, so I think we've just won it, and I think it's finishing in 5 minutes. All they've got left is this one. So I'll just take off at Woensrecht and just fly down to Antwerp and just hope that the enemy shows up there and I get some combat in the last couple of minutes or something. And I want to reduce my fuel like that. There's literally 3 minutes left on the map. Ladvivia, good game. Rouse, okay then. If I did this whole thing again, I would just have hung around the central not airfield, like just hung around the center of the map. That seems to be where most of the action was, most of the time. It was definitely a mistake to go so far north to 1011 because nothing was happening there at all. I mean, yes, it was getting attacked, but it's still there. They haven't really focused on it. Eight people watching. Just as everybody's waking up in the northern hemisphere, or whatever time it is for you guys, there goes a P2. It's like 3 a.m. in the morning for me, and it's like I'm in my pajamas. Way overdue to go to sleep. I got to move to the northern hemisphere so that I can actually be in harmony with the rest of the world. The rest of the world in USA, Europe, etc. Most of the world is in the northern hemisphere. So yeah, that's and now there's 7 people watching. You know, we started off with like 2 or 3 people watching. So you know what I mean? Like as I'm ready in the northern hemisphere. Oh man, I want to continue on though. That's the damn thing. Yeah. Well, there's always tomorrow, isn't there? So I'm gonna get out of here, guys. So thanks for watching, and like and share and subscribe and super chat and super thanks, and support my GoFundMe projects such as my airship and so on and so forth. I'm building an exact scale model of the Hindenburg airship. It's quite an ambitious project, but I think I can pull it off. The airframe of the aircraft is going to be as identical as possible to the actual Hindenburg. The actual airframe structure is going to be as identical as possible to the actual Hindenburg. So if you want to support that, it's on GoFundMe. So anyways, guys, see you next time.